Hey, my name is Connor and welcome to Crypto Empire, where I show you how to dominate in the crypto markets. In today's video, we're going to be discussing VeChain. We're going to be talking about what VeChain is, what problems VeChain is solving in the real world, and my price prediction for this powerhouse altcoin for the 2021 bull run. So let the gains be with you. Before we take a deep dive into VeChain, I just want to give a shout out to all my subscribers out there. And if you haven't subscribed yet or you're watching this right now, smash that subscribe button. And listen, we're going to be doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. But in order to find out how to enter into that giveaway, well, you need to join that free Telegram group. Link is in the description down below. But just a hint, you're going to need to be subscribed to the channel. All notification bells turned on as well. So you might as well just go ahead and do that right now. But let's talk about VeChain right now. So VeChain was founded in 2017 by the VeChain Foundation, and they are a blockchain service company that has supply chain management solutions for enterprise clients. They are solving a lot of issues in the supply chain management space and industry that a lot of companies, a lot of industries absolutely need right now. Now, these industries include luxury goods, cars, automobiles, medicine, clothing, agriculture, food and beverage. You name it, whatever product is out there, VeChain has a solution to make the supply chain work flawlessly and to ensure customer satisfaction and to make sure as well that nothing is counterfeit. Because nowadays, 2021, the truth is coming above the water. Fakes are getting exposed left and right. So to all the people out there that think they can get away with keep on selling cheap, fake products, well, that time may soon come to an end with the help of VeChain. So let's jump into the computer right now. Let's go a little more in depth about what VeChain is doing to actually change the world and make it a little bit of a better place. Let's go. Okay, so taking a look at the market cap, we can see Bitcoin currently at 52.2, almost 0.3K, with a market cap of about $1.67 trillion. Bitcoin dominance, according to CoinGecko, is at 58.2%. You know what that means. If you watch my altcoin season video, well, then you already know what that means, baby. We need that Bitcoin dominance to drop so our alt bags can pump. And I haven't seen it below 60% in a while, so this is looking pretty good. And remember, we want Bitcoin to drop a little bit in order for that Bitcoin dominance to drop, and then alts will drop as well, but then have that explosive rally, which is what a lot of us are here for, if we're just being real for a second. Of course, we're in it for the technology, but we're in it for the gains. We're Crypto Empire. We're here to dominate the markets. We do that by making that guala. All right, so let's scroll down a little bit, and we can see at number 19 in market cap, VeChain, VET, currently 8.3 cents. So it has a $5.4 billion market cap, and there is a capped supply of VeChain at about 87 billion VET tokens. So that is very important. Cap supply, this blockchain, this token has utility in the real world. It's being used right now as we go, as blockchain technology develops. More and more people are going to want to get their hands on VeChain because users get rewarded. So let me just briefly touch on that. VeChain is a dual token ecosystem. There is VeChain, which is the main store of value, and VeChain is a proof of authority blockchain. So what that means is in order to run a node, you need to get authorized by the VeChain Foundation, and you need to put up VeChain, you need to have a certain amount of it to run that node. So right off the bat, that creates scarcity with this product. So also the dual token ecosystem, there's VeChain and there's VeThor. So like I said, VeChain was founded in 2017, but that was on the Ethereum network. In 2018, they migrated to their native blockchain, which is the VeThor blockchain. And so VeThor is essentially the energy or the gas on the blockchain. And if you just hold VeChain in your wallet, you're actually rewarded VeThor token. So all of us who've been hodling that VET for a while, we've just been collecting that VeThor, and we can see it's currently number 106 in the market cap. It is currently up on the year about 8,000%, up 240% in the last month. So VeChain holders have been smiling recently for good reason. Comment down below if you've been hodling VeChain for a while, and comment if you're just looking to get into it now because it's not too late. I'm going to be discussing my price prediction later in the video, but all of us hodlers were smiling. This is great. and future's looking very, very bright for VeChain as well. So dual token ecosystem, VeTho is the energy. It's pretty much like Neo and Neo Gas. If you hold, for example, Neo in your wallet, you just get gas in your wallet as well to the same address. VeChain, same exact concept. If you hold it, for example, in your Exodus wallet, if you want to find out how to set up your Exodus wallet, go and watch my video on how to buy Bitcoin and store it safely. I go through a pretty in-depth tutorial about setting up your own Exodus wallet on your own device. This way you have your own keys and your own crypto, which is the point of cryptocurrency. Power to the people. So you might be asking, Connor, what problems is VeChain solving? You're making it sound great, but give me some proof. Hey, I'm glad you asked. Let's jump over to the VeChain.org website on their white paper. So this is currently under this section, use cases. So as we can see, the first example it gives is in the food and beverage industry. Essentially, there's a lot of inefficiencies, frauds, and scandals in the food sector. A lot of people get sick. The World Health Organization estimates that 1 in 10 people get sick after eating contaminated foods. Essentially, with VeChain, every product is going to have a little like kind of QR code. It's going to have a service code, and you're going to be able to scan that as a consumer, and you're going to be able to see every single step of the supply chain process just by scanning one product's QR code. So for the food and beverage agriculture industry, you're gonna be able to see if it comes from a shady farm or a shady factory that is known to use bad ingredients that gets people sick. So it's gonna solve a lot of problems, and people aren't gonna be getting sick as much from eating food because of VeChain, huh? Pretty neat. Let's go on to another example. Anti-counterfeiting digitization for high-value products. So think of all the luxury products out there in the world. You got your Gucci bags, you got your Yeezys, you got your Prada, you got all the luxury, you got your Louis Vuitton, whatever, it doesn't matter. But there's a big counterfeit issue with all of these luxury products. Let's read. So essentially, as per the Global Brand Counterfeiting Report in 2018, the amount of counterfeiting globally has reached 1.2 trillion US dollars in 2017 and is bound to reach 1.82 by 2020. We're past 2020. The rise of luxury resale has brought concern over the authenticity of pre-owned goods. The luxury resale market currently remains mostly unchecked with no real laws enforced. It is mainly the case in the peer-to-peer secondary luxury market where consumers buy items directly from online sellers. So we're not talking about going to the mall and buying a brand new Gucci bag. We're talking about buying it from a third party, a used luxury item. It's very easy to rip people off. But if it has a QR code that tracks exactly where it came from, these people aren't going to be able to get away with this crime anymore, this petty nonsense. The truth will always rise above water, and thankfully, VeChain is solving that issue. So essentially, they're going to digitize products on the blockchain, and you're going to be able to establish the linkage between the physical product and the unique blockchain identity using a tag. Pull out your smartphone, see if it's a legit, real luxury product before you make your informed decision to go ahead and purchase that item. That's very, very neat. Another reason, look, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm quite bullish on VeChain if you couldn't tell by my tone of voice and expression in this video. This should be part of your HODL portfolio. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. We're gonna jump into the charts and do some technicals in a little bit, but this is a coin that definitely deserves a spot in every cryptocurrency investor's HODL portfolio, meaning you're holding it for the long term, because this is essentially the go-to right now solving supply chain management with blockchain. It is partnered with huge brands. We're talking Walmart, BMW, lots of very prominent Chinese companies. The list goes on and on with who VeChain, the foundation, is partnered with, and they're going to be making some noise in their space. Another one, digital vehicle passport. Essentially, secondhand used cars. People switch the miles on it. They change the odometer, and they give you a car that says has 25,000 miles. Meanwhile, it has 250,000 miles on it. What does that mean? It means you get gypped as the consumer. That means that Carfax is essentially, you know that commercial with the little fox that comes on TV, show me the Carfax? It means he's gonna go out of business now because of VeChain. As sad as that may be for some people who like that fox, that's just the way the world works. If you cannot adapt in the future, well then you just get left behind. It's simple. So essentially, instead of checking Carfax, you're gonna be able to scan the QR code on the vehicle and see the exact record of the vehicle, where it's been, where it's come from. As you can see here with this case study, BMW Group and VeChain developed a digital vehicle passport solution called Verify Car with a mission to counter odometer fraud in the secondary market. Each vehicle is registered and assigned with a unique VeChain ID together with existing Internet of Things infrastructure embedded into the car. The car smartly tracks and records mileage on a per trip basis using VeChain toolchain. Now I know you might be thinking, hey, this sounds kind of sketchy. They're going to be able to see exactly where I go. Yeah, it kind of sounds like that, huh? We'll see what happens in the future though. But this video, we're going to stick to talking about VeChain and its price. I won't get into any other things that are happening. So with that being said, let's head into the price chart right now and take a look at what VeChain has been up to. And we'll go, this is a daily, let's go on a 3-day so we can zoom out a little bit. And I just love going back to January 1st. And since January 1st, we are up to current price. We are up 350%. So we've been having quite the run recently. And you can see we're kind of encountering a pullback right now because it just had an explosive parabolic move up. So let's drop down to a daily. And if you watch my supply and demand video, that's my previous video right now on the channel, it was all about technical analysis. And at the end, I mentioned how I love to use trend lines. So we can just draw a trend line and see how well VeChain respected this one trend line. We had 1 touch, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, 7, 8 touches on the trend line. It finally broke. And where did it break right into? You guessed it, it broke right into a demand zone. We have a huge explosive green candle up, base, 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 and then a huge explosive move out of the zone, creating a higher high, leaving some orders down here. So if we wanted to draw this demand zone, we would take the top of this body to the lowest wick, and we can see that price has reacted relatively nicely. If we'll drop down to a 4-hour, we can see that price dropped into the zone and had a nice bounce out. So that's just how supply and demand works in the market. But yeah, we are seeing a little bit of a pullback right now with VeChain. Reason why that is, well, we saw most of the alt market, except for a few outliers, most of the altcoin market just took a bit of a pullback, a bit of a retracement right now, which is very healthy for a bull market. Nothing goes straight up forever. We need pullbacks along the way, and that just prolongs the bull market even further. So VeChain currently in a level of demand. Might not be the worst opportunity to enter. Of course, it could go lower, but my bias is very bullish on VeChain. If we take our Fibonacci, let's draw it from the swing high all the way down here to the swing low. We can see that the 0.382 level is sitting right at the 7.5 cent. And 7.5 cents, that's a nice psychological round number that institutions may like. It looks like it is sitting in a nice little area on the chart. You can call it a demand zone, you can call it an area of support, whatever, it looks great. And it aligns with the 0.382, which is a continuation pattern extension. So I would love to see something where VeChain taps this 38.2, maybe it kind of bases here for a little bit, and it takes off from there upwards. So now let's talk a little bit about predicting the price for the future of VeChain. So we are in a bull market. I expect this bull market to continue. We just tapped like 9.9, pretty much 10 cents. 10 cents, obviously, people have been holding VeChain for a while. A lot of hodlers most likely took profit because you would have been able to scoop this up. If we go back to CoinMarketCap, let's go to max on the timeline. You can see that you would have been able to scoop this up in March of last year for 0.3 cents. Now it is 8 cents. So that is a very, very healthy gain. Obviously, people are going to be taking profit along the way up, which is completely fine. Congratulations if you did take profit on VeChain, if you've been holding it for a while. You deserve those gains for getting in early, taking the action, doing your homework. I bought my first bag of VeChain back in 2018. Sold most of it during the bear market, kept a little bit, and then I added more to the position over the past 12 months. So I'm not going to be taking any profit yet because this is in my HODL portfolio, like I said. I'm not touching my HODL portfolio. I only add into it. Never take out, only add into the HODL portfolio. That is your savings account. You don't touch that. But let's talk about where it's going to go next. Obviously, psychological numbers like 15 and 20 cents it needs to go through. But as this bull market matures, I definitely expect VeChain to hit $1. Yes, I expect VeChain to hit $1 during 2021. And I even think it can overshoot $1 and possibly even hit $2. That's how bullish I am on VET. Obviously, this is just a prediction, but we can see what real world use cases that VeChain has. And it's a scarce asset. There's only 87 billion VET tokens out there. As more people find out about VeChain, as it starts getting used more in the real world, supply is going to start drying up. Supply and demand, it's a very basic concept. less supply in the market, more demand, the asset price will go higher. So to wrap things up, VeChain is the front runner for supply chain management on the blockchain. They're backed by a lot of large investors. They have global partnerships with large corporations, and their blockchain technology will become widely adopted in the real world. So I am very bullish on VeChain. We'll see what happens during this bull run. Again, like I said, it's not a bad idea for VeChain to be a part of your HODL portfolio, but you need to make that decision on your own and come to your own conclusions, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy talking to you, telling you what I know about cryptocurrency. But my name is Connor from Crypto Empire. If you learned something new in this video, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts about VeChain. I did enough talking. I want to hear from you. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and just like always, we'll see you in the next one.